It was indeed payback time for Professor Wale Omole OFR, as a dinner organized to mark the milestone of attaining the age of 70 years attracted the presence of an impressive array of people from diverse walks of life with whom he had interacted over the years. By the way, the dinner came on the heels of a series of events put together by friends and associates of the latest sexagenarian to honor him. These included a dinner organized for Professor Wale Omole's 70th birthday by his friends, the Diocese of Lagos Mainland Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, and the Diocese of Lagos West African Communion, Archbishop Viney Memorial Church Cathedral, Lagos, also held special services to spiritually fortify Professor Wale Omole as he joins the prestigious League of Elderstatesmen of Nigeria. The dinner, which took place at the Muson Center, Lagos, began as a birthday boy accompanied by his beautiful wife and children were formally ushered into the party arena amidst singing as everyone present received them with warmth and joy. Professor Titus Adebowale Omole is a sound academic whose views on agriculture, nutritional biochemistry, and health physics are highly respected internationally. Professor Wale Omole enjoys a rare and singular precedent as the first alumnus of the Obafemi Awolowo University, formerly University of Ife, to be appointed Vice Chancellor of one of the first generation citadels of learning in Nigeria, whose campus is adjudged as one of the best institutional real estate in the world today. Professor Wale Omole's appointment as the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ife on November 30, 1991, which spanned 8 years altogether, was described by the chairman of the Council of the OAU at the time, Honorable Justice Aniagolu OFR CON, as a period which saw Professor Wale Omole applying his vast knowledge of the affairs of the university, all his energy, original and progressive ideas to take the institution to great heights. A university lecturer for 30 years, Professor Wale Omole OFR studied for his PhD degree at the University of Alberta, Edmonton, Canada between 1971 and 1973. He became a professor in 1980 and made the first alumnus dean of the Faculty of Agriculture of the OAU in 1983. Professor Wale Omole's groundbreaking inaugural lecture in January 1983, titled Waste Recycling in the Food Chain, Turning Trash to Cash, an idea he conceived about 30 years ago, ties in appropriately with the federal government's agricultural transformation agenda. The story of Professor Wale Omole's life from his secondary school to university and post-university days is a great study in resilience, courage, and uncommon strength of character. These were the very vital ingredients which he had to fall back on to successfully navigate the very turbulent storm that constantly raged and threatened to truncate the enviable career path God had carved for him very early in life. From very humble, God-fearing Christian background, Professor Wale Omole was taught very early in life to hold dearly the virtues of discipline, integrity, and hard work, which he combined perfectly along the line with his intellectual and spiritual aspects. After his secondary school education at llesa Grammar School in 1962 and his inability to secure the required marks in his HSC for the award of a scholarship to further his studies, Professor Wale Omole, without the consent of his parents, headed to Ibadan, where he secured employment with the Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources. This decision Professor Wale Omole took in order not to saddle his parents with the burden of paying school fees paid off handsomely, as he was able to pay for his university education all by himself. To augment his meager resources at the time, Professor Wale Omole did the job of a disc jockey and played the guitar with Live Best Band in Mokola, Ibadan. He also leveraged on his good looks to become a much sought-after model for corporate organizations. With the additional income Professor Wale Omole made from his part-time chores, he was able to pay for his tuition fees, feed, buy books, had clothes, and had enough as pocket money at the university at the time. Indeed, the hand of God was magnificently at play at all stages of Professor Wale Omole's life. However, the person that made the story of Professor Wale Omole's life totally complete was Mrs. Shadi Omole, whom he described as a simple, elegant, and delicate woman with a gentle persona. When they met at a private party at the University of Ife campus, Professor Wale Omole quickly put her on test on the altar of beauty and manners. She scaled the hurdle in exceedingly flying colors. Professor Wale Omole confessed that to date his wife, Mrs. Shadi Omole, a grandmother many times over, still remains that queenly lady he met 39 years ago. Mrs. Shadi Omole has complimented her husband in many respects over the years. The chairman of the occasion, the 93-year-old Dean of the accountancy profession in Nigeria, Pa Akintola Williams, in his remarks, congratulated Professor Wale Omole for the great strides he has achieved in his career, which is being celebrated both at home and globally.
Wale Omole, and with that, the wife's name is coupled, and the children are equally recognized. Last week, Wale and myself talked, and it was on the understanding that he would want me to say a word or two at his 70th birthday. 2 days after last week, Tuesday, I myself will be celebrating my 93rd birthday. It might not be fair enough that I should be called upon to say something about somebody who is at least 23 years younger than I am. Be that as it may, any request from a man like Wale, Professor Omole, is to be a command performer. Wale, I wish you many happy returns of the day. I pray that will go not only from the biblical age of 70, but also to 80, 90, to 100.
Chief Chris Ogunbanjo, one of Nigeria's earliest industrialists and boardroom gurus, who's looking forward eagerly to his 90th birthday next year, also welcomed Professor Wale Omole to the age of wisdom with some nuggets of advice.
This is an occasion to rejoice with Professor Wale Omole. I tell you why I have special affection for him. First of all, he respects elders. And some of us, I can tell people that my idiosyncrasy is those who respect me, oh my goodness, they respect my heart. He would come at the Metropolitan table and he would come and salute us, almost prostrated. Rarely speaking, I want to congratulate both of you and your children. I appreciate both of you and I wish you well.
After a detailed chronicling of the defining aspects of the 70-year-old surgeon of Professor Wale Omole's life, Chief Tunde Aluko asked everyone to clean glasses and drink to the toast of the celebrant.
After the election grammar school, Wale's educational pursuit became very tough. From there, you could call Wale a man of destiny. a man true to life, really wanted to behave like a typical llesa man, a very good Oshobalo. Wale wanted to pursue his education beyond the secondary school, but he did not want his parents to pay anything for him. He sought to take his independence in terms of financial responsibility. So rather than going through the HSC, which was the route for brilliant people like him, he chose to pursue a career that would not cost his parents a dime. So Wale, without the knowledge of his parents, on his way to Ibadan, he wanted to pursue education, at the same time he wanted to earn money. So he decided to apply to the then Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources, from where he was posted to the School of Agriculture, Akure. So Wale was learning and was also earning £30 a month. As far as Wale was concerned then, that was a lot of money to play with. He didn't want his parents to spend any money anymore. And this is where Wale started to show courage, to show independence, to show self-reliance. I invite you to take your glasses, drink lustily to the health, progress, well-being of Professor Titus Adebowale Omole. To your head, please. Ladies and gentlemen.
And please, let's sing this song together. If you know it, please join me. For he's a jolly good. For he's a jolly good. For he's a jolly good. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good. For he's a jolly good fellow. May he always make us proud. Hip, hip, hip.
Professor Wale Omole, supported by his beautiful wife and children, cut his 70th birthday cake amidst a lot of warmth.
1, 2, 7, 8, 11, 13, 15, 25, 65, 66, 78, 69, 70.
The event ended on a note of dancing. Here's congratulating Professor Wale Omole, a great pride to Nigeria, great pride to Africa, an international academic.
She